Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into a 30-day review of a men's health supplement called Strongflow. We're going to pull everything from a really popular deep dive on YouTube and just break it all down. The promises, the science, and, of course, the final verdict. So, let's get right into it.
Okay, so first things first. The reviewer kicks things off by basically saying what we're all thinking. He actually quotes himself from his own video. "I know what you're thinking. Also smoke and mirrors?" And then he immediately says, "And you're not wrong." So right off the bat, he's setting the stage with a really healthy dose of skepticism. Let's see where that leads him.
All right, so let's talk about the promise. You know how it is, every supplement makes these big claims to get your attention, and Strongflow is absolutely no different. We're going to look at the core promises that not only fuel their marketing, but were also the whole reason the reviewer decided to do this 30-day test in the first place.
So the promises here are targeting some really common, and let's be honest, often super frustrating issues. There are three main claims. First, improving your urine flow. Second, cutting down on those annoying, sleep-disrupting trips to the bathroom at night. And third, just providing general prostate support using what they call natural botanicals. These three things are the benchmarks he set out to test.
Look, bold promises are one thing, but what does the science actually say? This is the part of the review where he really puts the marketing claims under the microscope, comparing them to what the current research tells us. So, how do they stack up?
And this is where we see a pretty big gap. The reviewer points out that a key ingredient, saw palmetto, has, and this is a direct quote, mixed evidence. He pulls from sources like Harvard and WebMD to make a really crucial distinction. These ingredients might show observational support, but they are definitely not miracles. And that phrase, observational support, is so important. It basically means studies have noticed a potential connection, but it's a very, very long way from being solid, definitive proof from a rigorous clinical trial. Okay, so since the science is a little inconclusive, let's say, the review pivots. It moves away from the lab data and into lived experience. The YouTuber shares a personal testimonial to see if the real-world effects might tell a different story over a 30-day experiment. So to really illustrate the user experience, the video gets into a detailed personal testimonial from the reviewer himself, where he tracks his own experience over that 30-day period. So how did it actually go? Well, according to his own account, the first couple of weeks brought a slight improvement in that urge to go. By the third week, he felt like his flow was becoming more constant. The only catch? He did mention some mild discomfort if he took the supplement on an empty stomach. So, a report of some modest gains, but with a minor side effect to keep in mind. So we've got some anecdotal positives on one hand and kind of shaky scientific data on the other. This leads the reviewer to ask a really fair question. In a market that is just flooded with products like this, what, if anything, sets Strongflow apart? He actually points to a few factors that he believes are signs of credibility. According to the reviewer, the case for this product's legitimacy really comes down to four key things. First, a transparent ingredient list, so you actually know what you're putting in your body. Second, it's tested by an independent third-party lab for quality control. Third, there's a money-back guarantee, which, lowers the risk for you. And finally, he points to what he calls real user testimonials backed by data. So, how does this all add up? What's the final takeaway? After weighing the claims, the science, his own experience, and the company's practices, what is the ultimate verdict on Strongflow? And this is the most crucial point right here. The reviewer is incredibly clear that you have to manage your expectations. He concludes that Strongflow is not a cure. It's not some magic bullet that's just going to fix everything. Instead, he positions it as a supportive measure. And that whole idea of support leads directly to his final recommendation. He says the supplement really shouldn't be used by itself. Instead, he advocates for a holistic approach where you combine it with a good diet, making sure you're properly hydrated, and this is the most important one, maintaining regular checkups with your doctor. The supplement is framed as just one single tool in a much, much bigger wellness toolbox.
So really, the whole review boils down to this message of tempered expectations. It seems Strongflow might offer some help, but it's just one piece of a much bigger health puzzle. And that leaves us with a final question to think about. When you're searching for relief, is support truly enough? Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.